So, as you can see there, that's how we put the background music into the video. Adds a little something, you know what I'm saying? Adds a little something there. So, let's transition into some questions. Anybody have any questions on that procedure that we just went through? Walter, did you have a question? No, please stay. Please stay. I know you have a tendency to want to just hop up and maybe head out for a bathroom break without asking. But why don't you? I thought you had a question. What was? Yeah, very good. Yes, very good question. Now, how much quieter should the background music be than the person talking? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Now, Melissa over here just told us the decibel for the audio track should be around -3 to 0. That should put our background music around probably -20 to -23 decibels. Good question, young man. Good question. Yeah, that's very good. Very good. Alright, you guys, today I'm going to be going over something I like to call generating questions. It's a little fix-up strategy that I have developed to get the kids to come to a deeper understanding after maybe we watch a video, or maybe I have them read a passage out of the textbook, or maybe it's just a lecture. Like my example for generating questions for this particular task is me modeling in front of the students how to put background music into a video that is maybe a promotional video for, let's say, the Humane Society. We got a little B-roll going, dogs running around, and we want to put a little bit of music in there. So I'm going to pull this up on the TV. I'm going to go through all the steps to this process for them. And then what I'm going to have them do is each student is going to generate 3 questions of their own. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time, go through those questions, and then answer them, especially if there's any questions that are repeating. Then we'll review those in a prior class. But then I'll also take some time to answer those questions right there on the spot in class as well. So that's kind of an example of how we would use that in class. And I think that having them ask questions, sometimes it works better than others. Like sometimes the kids just, like, they don't have questions. Maybe it's myself, maybe I'm not that engaging, maybe they're not that interested in the subject. But in order for this to properly work, I think the kids really do need to be engaged on some level. So I need to take some accountability there as well. But if the kids are asking questions, I feel like that's a really good opportunity for them to learn. That's why I felt like I gravitated towards this one so well. But some examples of, like questions that I'm looking for from them is, like, what volume should I have the background music compared to, like, let's say if there's a person talking, or if there's some secondary audio. I want them to ask, what decibel should I have that on, even as a deeper thinking question. So I am looking for them, like, can I have 2 tracks in there? Things like that. Can my background music have words? I want them to ask all these questions. This is really a time where I might say that old phrase that there is no stupid questions, even though there's always, like, in the back of our mind, we're like, I kind of think that maybe this question that I'm about to ask is a stupid question. That's really something that I don't want to have in my classroom. That's something that, like, I'll carry with me quite a bit. I'll raise my hand, I'll be, oh, no, I don't want to say that in front of everybody. I want my classroom to be a place where kids can ask dumb questions, even. And, like, let's say if there's a dumb question, they ask it, I'd like to all laugh instead of, look at the person in some sort of a judging manner here. But yeah, once we get those questions going too, I find that that can kind of spark the discussion going in a different area as well. So within this generating questions particular task here, once this gets going organically, it can often transition into deeper discussions as well. So it's something that I really enjoy, but it's also something that takes a little bit of work too. It's something that you want to happen organically, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think if the kids are asking questions, that they're probably learning. So thanks for sticking with me there. Where am I going? I'm coming up.